Raymond, there you are. Thanks for coming down, old boy. Is everything in place for the auction tomorrow? I didn't want to sell the Monet, but needs must. Those chaps I owe money to are getting rather awkward. They're threatening me, Raymond. I don't have any other option. Rosalind mustn't know. You do understand, don't you?
Charles, old boy, you have got to relax. I've arranged a private auction right here at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Just a few select buyers, all very hush-hush. I can't believe you were stupid enough to get yourself into this situation in the first place. You should have kept away from the horses. You never were any good at putting your money on a winner. I assume nobody in this house knows that you've taken up your little habit again.
It's too late for lectures, Raymond. I've been sending the housemaid Martha down to the village to place my bets with the chaps at the pub. But I'm sure she doesn't understand what it's all about.
Ah, yes. Martha is Perkins' daughter. Good of you to give her a job. He was in your regiment, wasn't he? A fine fellow and a good soldier. Such a shame to lose him in 44. You know, Charles, you could always ask Barnaby Brompton for a loan. I heard that he came into a ton of cash last year from an inheritance. Really saved his skin when some investments he made went sour. I heard he was in dire straits.
Yes, he told Arabella that the inheritance was from a great aunt. But apparently he had never mentioned her before, so it's all a bit of a mystery why she left him all the money. Anyway, Raymond, I cannot ask my future son-in-law to pay off my gambling debts.
Well, I'm just saying that if it means you wouldn't have to sell the Monet, it might be worth eating humble pie. Barnaby won't tell anyone. He's a good chap.
Oh, I know he is, Raymond. I wouldn't be letting him marry Arabella if he wasn't. But I won't ask him for money. It's unthinkable.
Well, in that case, the Monet is going up on sale tomorrow afternoon, and I'm going to get an early night. I'll see you in the morning, Charles.
Simmons, have you seen anyone in my room? One of my father's letters has disappeared. If anyone finds out where he really is, then our family's reputation will be ruined, and I simply can't have that.
Of course, your lady. I understand. Only the housekeeper and the maid go into your room, and I haven't seen anyone else in the vicinity. I keep a very close eye on the goings-on in this house.
Thank you, Simmons. I know I can trust you. You've been with this family for such a long time. Your loyalty's beyond question. I wish I could say the same about all the staff. That Mrs. Evans woman, she gives me the creeps, even if she is an excellent housekeeper. Where did you get her from? Can I trust her?
Her references were impeccable, my lady. Her letter of recommendation was very impressive. She's as honest and respectable as they come. You know, I'd do anything to safeguard the reputation of the family.
Thank you, Simmons. I know you would. That'll be all for now. I think I'm going to have a lie down. I can feel one of my migraines coming on.
Barnaby, I need to talk to you. I think Daddy's in trouble. He's selling the Monet tomorrow in an auction. I saw a letter about it on his desk.
What? He's selling the Monet? But I thought it was a family heirloom, and that your mother would never consider selling it. Isn't it hers?
Yes, her father gave it to her before he went away to the Far East. I don't think she knows about the auction. She'd never agreed to sell. Should I tell her, Barnaby? I just don't know what to do.
No, don't tell her, Arabella. You don't want to worry her. I'll talk to your father. The auction must be stopped.
I really don't understand why Daddy would sell the painting. I do hope he hasn't been gambling again. He promised Mummy that he wouldn't. Oh, Martha, I didn't see you come in. What do you want?
Excuse me, Miss Arabella, Mr. Barnaby. Pardon me for interrupting, but Mrs. Evans wanted to know if you'll be having drinks in the drawing room tonight. She wanted to close up the room for the night. If you weren't going in there, that is.
Yes, I think we will be having drinks. I need a G&T. Tell Miss Evans that she'll have to close up later. Now off you go. There's a good girl.
Thank you, Miss Arabella, Mr. Barnaby.
Barnaby, that girl was definitely making eyes at you again. You've got to stop her following you around the house like a simpering idiot. Just don't encourage her. I tell you, if that housemaid ever flutters her eyelashes at you again, she'll be sorry.
Don't worry, darling. She's just a silly girl who's taken a fancy to me. I'll speak to her. Come on, let's have that drink.
Martha, where have you been? You were supposed to be in the scullery cleaning those pans. If I find out you've been slacking off, you'll be in big trouble. Got my eye on you, my girl. And what were you doing in the greenhouse yesterday? I saw you sneaking in.
I wasn't sneaking, Mrs. Evans. I went to the greenhouse to look at the plants. I love flowers, I do. All the pretty colours. Oh, I've been drawing them too. I showed some of my drawings to Mr. Barnaby and he said I'm very artistic. He's the only one in this house that's nice to me.
You keep away from Mr. Barnaby, my girl. You've no right speaking to them upstairs. Remember your place. If you cause trouble, you'll be out on your ear. It can get you dismissed. Just like that.
I don't think you'd want to do that, Mrs. Evans. I know what you've been up to. I saw you in the village going into the pawnbroker shop when I was out doing an errand for Mr. Charles. You're not as clever as you think you are. None of you are. I'm sure that Mrs. Rosalind would be very interested in what I know.
You know nothing, girl. Don't you threaten me. You're playing a dangerous game. If you play with fire, you'll get your fingers burned. Now, get back to your work.